Now, how did you get your name? Is this something that came about later as y'all formed the group, or you was always Slim?
Um, so how do we get the Pharcyde name, or how did I get my name in particular?
Man, both of them.
All right. Well, let's like for me, Slimkid3. There was a I went to Inglewood High School. I lived around the corner from Inglewood High School, and there was this guy that I looked up to. So we was like the little youngsters. I was probably like 13, 12 or 13 or whatever, and he was always like somebody that like kind of was inspirational, just an uplifting guy, looking out for the youngsters. And his name was Slim. You know what I mean? So he was Big Slim, and every time he would come home from work, he'd check in with us or whatever. And he was just like he had had himself together, just a real positive, kind of like almost like like a low key mentor a little bit. Not really super hands on, like mentor, but just like somebody in the hood that's just cool, keeping his life together, showing us the positive route. So he's like actual Slim, and so I was like Slim Kid because I was the youngster he always like took to, you know what I mean? And I could never gain weight back then, man. So my wrestling weight was 129 when I wrestled in high school. You know what I mean? So and I always kept that. I was always super skinny, coming up. So it fit. The name fit. I was definitely the Slim Kid.
Okay. Now the Pharcyde. How did y'all come up with that? Who came up with that?
Um, that was more. I would say there was times where we were like kind of looking up a lot of we our band name was we went from Beat Junkies to 2 for 2, and we were going to officially be 2 for 2, but there was already a band called Front 2 for 2, so we had to drop the 2 for 2 situation and become the Far Side. You know what I mean? And I mean, we had like names, just like lots of names. Like, how would this look? Like how does it look when you? Because I was a graffiti artist too, so we were concerned like, how's this going to look when you tag it? You know what I mean? Because I was a super tagger too. You know what I mean? So all right, we spelled it all kind of different ways. What's going to look nice or whatever. And so we finally landed on the Pharcyde because like when you tag it, it just looks fresh. And like who came up with the names? Probably like Imani, you know. But we were going through a lot of different names, and I think the way that we came up with the name was we were watching Michael Jackson's 25th anniversary performance, and that was on. I don't remember where. I don't remember where it was, but it was the one where he had he had his hat and he did the moonwalk that one time. And it was just like the way that we thought about the Far Side was taking your talents to the furthest levels that you can, and that's exactly what we believe, and that's exactly how we've always carried ourselves. So can you take it to the Far Side? That was one way to look at it. And another thing, it was like, we used to watch The Doors a lot. You know what I mean? Break on through to the other side. You know what I mean? So like though all of that mixture is where our headspace was, and that's kind of our Far Side, how the Far Side name came about, and our Far Side philosophies too. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, okay, wow, that's dope, man. I appreciate you sharing that.